Yes, so hi everyone, good evening and welcome to the webinar. Today's webinar topic is the HR leader's role in driving transformation, and this webinar will be taken care by Mr. Anup Ramachandran. He is the speaker for this webinar, right? So let me introduce him here. So Anup is having 28 year of experience in HR across various sectors, especially in the finance, FMCG, and manufacturing one, right? Uh, Again, he has worked in some of the like famous organizations like Bajaj Auto Finance, and the second one is Future General Life Insurance. He was working as a head HR in Bajaj Auto and as a VP HR in Future General Life Insurance, right? Talking about his expertise, so his expertise lies in organizational transformation, people strategy, and aligning HR processes and business growth, making him an ideal speaker here for today's topic, right? He is also recognized as among top 100 HR professionals in India, and he brings a wealth of practical insights and leadership experience here. He is also he was among the top 100 HR professionals in India and has won the Gallup Great Place to Work award in Bajaj Auto Finance. Right. So yeah, welcome to webinar Anu, and over to you.
Thank you, Diksha. Thank you. Okay. So, good afternoon to all of you. And yesterday was an HR day, so belated HR day for all our HR folks. Thank you for joining on the call. So this is the second episode that we are doing, which is on critical conversations for the HR leader's role in driving a transformation. The first session was how to choose a proper HRMS. The second session that we are doing now is the HR leader's role in driving the transformation. So before we begin, I wanted to bounce off a particular thing, and we all have this particular doubt that why do so many HRMS projects fail? Is it a technology issue? Is it a budget issue? Is it a vendor issue? Is it the resistance of all the employees? Is there not adequate leadership involvement? Or is it a poor process discipline, or all of them put together? But the reality is that most of the HRMS fails not because of the software failures. They fail because there are leadership, ownership, and chain management failures. HRMS is not just a software project. It's a combination or a culmination of an employee behavior. It's a tool for decision making. It helps improve your data visibility. It helps provide a leadership dashboard for all decision making. It helps with manager accountability, compliance discipline, productivity tracking also. Now, the old thinking in HRMS was that HRMS is only an installation of a software. But now the new thinking is it's actually a transformation process. Earlier, the thought process was that HRMS was a HR project. The new thinking is it's actually a business project because it improves the overall profitability and productivity of organization. Old thinking, HRMS is primarily a vendor responsibility. The new thinking or the reality is actually that it's an organization responsibility. Earlier, the thought process was that it was a one-time activity. No, it's not so. It's a continuous improvement because so many times you come up with change in the processes, etc. And hence it's a continuous improvement. So it's just not a software project. It's a combination of all of them. For example, a manufacturing company, it implemented an attendance automation, but the supervisors still approved all the manual registers for attendance. Result, HRMS failed miserably. So the HR leaders must drive change management. Employees resist when they don't understand the why of an HRMS. What HR must do? They should communicate early, all the time. Employees resist when they fear a transparency. What HR should do? Explain the benefits repeatedly. Employees resist when they fear additional work. What HR should do? Create champions within each and every function. Employees resist when managers continue old practices. What HR should do? Address all the fears openly. Finally, employee resist when leadership is not visible in adoption. What HR should do? Drive all the accountability. So HR must drive training and awareness. It should move from employee training, which will cover all the areas. I'm just giving a few examples, like say employee training on attendance, how to apply for attendance, how to apply for leave, how to apply for employee self-service, employee satisfaction survey, how to apply for claims, how to use your entire mobile app. Okay, because HRMS is always available in mobile app as well as a web application. Manager training, on the other hand, should comprise of how should the manager give all the approvals, how should he view all the dashboards, he or she, and then look at all the decision making, how to track performance, okay, how to do complete team analytics in terms of performance, in terms of attendance, in terms of training attended, everything. So this is the role of a manager. What is the HR's role? The HR's role is in terms of uploading all the master data. HR should be trained on all the reports because various reports will be generated. Management will ask for various reports, various analytics, and HR will have control on all the reports. It can send to various HODs, managers, etc. HR should plan all the workflow controls that's available in the setup for each and every module. It should look at troubleshooting. That's the role of HR. So HR should be trained on troubleshooting. HR should be trained on analytics. So training as such is not an event. It's a continuous reinforcement exercise which should be done all throughout the organization across levels continuously. We have to build internal success stories. For example, earlier the payroll was taking 7 days, now it's taking 2 days. Why do we build success stories? Primarily because people get a huge amount of buying inside the system. One more success story is less leave disputes. Earlier, a lot of leave disputes were there. Managers were approving, not approving on time. A system creates much lesser of disputes. Attendance visibility is there. Whether the punching happened, mispunch is there, whether the punch have to be regularized. Hiring can be faster. Earlier, hiring used to take about 10 days, lot of coordination. Now it's all available much faster. Manual work has reduced a lot. There's a system, same data, same analytics available for an employee, for a manager, for an HOD, for various departments. Better compliance, everything happens on time. Goal sheets approved on time. Reviews happen on time. Okay, if you look at training calendars identified in advance, people nominations go, people attend training on time, reports come on time, training needs effectiveness is measured on time. So the more we build success stories and share with people, the more will be the acceptability of all the employees towards the HRMS, and hence HR also succeeds. Now, a big mistake that many HR professionals do is that they want to do the entire module. For example, 5H has got about 22 modules. People say, okay, 3 days I want to cover each and every module, but that's not possible because the attention span of any human being is lesser. As an HR, you still understand all the modules very fast, whereas for an employee, it's a very new thing, and hence avoid the big bang implementation. Break up your training in phases. The phase 1 can be a foundation. For example, you can tell people about employee master, how attendance has, how is the payroll process. Okay, that's the foundation. Okay, show them about what all can you see in your landing page. All those things are available in your landing page. Phase 2, second part of our training program, after a few days, talk about employee satisfaction survey, talk about employee self-service, talk about claims, talk about, say, performance management, talk about recruitment, talk about learning and development. Give employees space. Don't take more than about, say, 2 to 3 modules at a time. Okay, it's not possible for a person to, it's not a tick mark exercise. Ask, invite as many questions as possible. People should be very, very clear about the particular system. Have a help desk where people can come back to you and address all their queries. Phase 3 is basically the intelligence phase. What are the learnings? How are you going to use those analytics? What are the AI features that are available? How should you look at all the dashboards? What are the various reports that are available? That's the phase 3. Okay. So very clearly break up all these modules. Okay. So if an organization has taken about, say, 22 modules, explain 3 modules, then 3 modules, then 3-4 modules, etc. Okay. But the ownership should lie with HR. The common myth is that vendor will handle everything. The HRMS vendor, wherever is the issue, he will manage. I am not going to manage. That's the common myth. But the reality is, without the HR ownership, the system becomes ineffective after go live. I have got many situations, many of my clients where the HR of the client knows the system as good as us. So any firefighting, any issue, any doubt of the employee, HR knows the system extremely well. Okay. Lead the entire show. No need to come back to the vendor. That's the common myth. And HR non-negotiable responsibilities, what are they? So first, define the workflows for each and every module. Say in employee master, upload each and every employee with detail, correct email IDs, correct phone numbers, correct reporting structures, correct designations, salaries, everything correctly. That's the workflow. Identify in each and every module what all you want. For example, PMS, do you want it monthly, quarterly, 6 monthly, annually? Okay. You may want to define the process in expense, that first the employee will apply, then it should go to the manager, then to the HOD. So all those flows you can apply. In PMS, you can say what is the cutoff date for setting the goals. Do you want the goals to be set centrally, or do you want the goals to be set by the employees? So all these are basically workflows that are to be defined. salary process. Do you want a 31st, I mean, 1st to 30th cycle? Do you want a 26th to 25th cycle? How many leaves do you want across each and every band grade? All those things are in terms of workflows which have to be defined very carefully in the setup for each and every module. Second, non-negotiable, drive the adoption. Make very, very sure that, be sure that employees are actually using it. Okay. Ensure a discipline, because what happens is if people do not upload their goals on time, then naturally managers will not approve on time. Okay, so discipline has to be there across, and hence in a good HRMS there are a lot of discipline, timelines, deadline dates which are set up inside the system. Follow up with the users in terms of are they finding it difficult, etc. Track the usage for each and every module. There is a usage, how many people are using. When you see that some people are not using adequately, pick up the phone and speak to them. Why aren't you using it? What is the problem that you're facing? Escalate the delays. Align with various departments, the employees. Okay, so this is the HR non-negotiable. It's not a 1, 3 or 4 day or a 1 week activity. It goes on for months. People take time to understand the system. Stakeholders must use the system. So who are the stakeholders for you? You have the top management, you have basically your HR, you have finance, you have employees, you have HODs. These are the stakeholders. For HRMS adoption, so what are the killers? What kills an HRMS? First is where the directors bypass the entire workflow. They say, no, I don't want all these approvals. Okay. Where manager approves everything via WhatsApp only. He does not even enter the system. He does not even know the system. Okay. Whatever approvals are needed, he will just approve on WhatsApp. That's all he will do. Plant heads, they ignore all the dashboards. How many people have come in? What is the attendance? How many people have filled their goal sheet? How many people are performing in my department? How many are not? How many have been nominated for training programs? How many have attended those training programs? So for the plant head or the HODs or even the managers, dashboards are extremely important. Don't ignore those dashboards. HR team, what is an adoption killer? Run dual processes. Okay. Attendance, no problem. You just fill the register. I don't want, if biometric is not working, it is okay. Just fill the attendance in the register. If goal sheets are not filled inside the system, no problem. I'll give you a hard copy. Fill your goal sheet. Give it to me. I will upload it inside the system. So these are all the killers. Leadership behavior drives the organization behavior. So it should start from the leader. I have one example of a multinational organization. Actually, that's not based in India, where the MD has very clearly said that I will not approve any leaves if it comes on email or WhatsApp. Everything has to come from the system. If the goals are not set properly and if it's not approved by the line manager, then people will not get the salaries. If training, people have been nominated for training, if they don't attend the training, employees will be billed for that particular training cost. Now, these are the strict things that has been driven by the MD. The result, outstanding. Within 1 month, everybody was using the HRMS like a pro. Now, what are the adoption metrics? That means what HR must track. I'm just giving you a few examples, okay? Say, look at how many people are logging inside the system. You will know how many people are engaged. attendance regularization, whether the manager is doing everything on time, recruitment workflow completion, what is the manager's response time generally, the training completion. So all these are adoption metrics which actually HR must track. For example, in production, an active usage is 82%, pending approval is say only 12. Okay, training is done. So that's a great thing in production. Stores, if the active usage is only 67%, pending approvals is 20. Okay, training, a lot of it is pending. Again, it's a concern. Sales, active usage is 91%, pending is only 4. It's a great job that's being done. Okay. Now, my suggestion is that don't automate broken processes. So HRMS implementation is your chance to fix the mess. It's not to computerize it. Okay. It's not a process of only digitizing paperwork. Look at all your processes. For example, why are there 6 approval levels? There are clients who have come back to me, they say, I don't know whether my process is right or wrong, but I want this to be implemented in your HRMS. No. HRMS also gives you a great opportunity to have a look at your own existing processes. Why are there 6 approval levels? Why is lead approval still manual? Why are so many reports duplicated everywhere? Why are the employee records inconsistent? In one report, it's showing so many employees. In some other report, it's showing something else. Why are the policies so very unclear? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So a poor data. So actually a clean data is the first mantra for a successful HRMS. Payroll errors should not be there because a poor data creates payroll errors. It gives you wrong reports. It gives you compliance risks. It gives you employee distrust. And there are a lot of duplicate records. So validate before you go live. What all you should validate? Validate the employee master, validate attendance data, validate all the salary structures, validate all the leave balances, validate all your policies and processes and your deadlines. Look at all the reporting structures. Look at all the statutory records. This is what will make your HRMS successful. Now, this is something that people in manufacturing will know very well. PDCA, plan, that's define the workforce and the objectives, the setups. Do, that's implement and train all the people inside the system. Check whether the adoption levels are okay, whether there are any gaps in training, and act. Improve all your processes and close the issue. The many HRMS that's available in the market, they are designed by HR, by techies. They will not be able to give an advice in terms of whether a couple of your processes are right or not. Go for an HRMS which is actually designed by an HR. Leadership sponsorship drives the adoption. So leadership should review all the dashboards, use the HRMS based on reports, demand the system-based approvals only. You should not look at anything else. Participate in all launch communication, lead from the front, monitor adoption numbers. So success stories, as I mentioned, one MD insisted that HRMS only approvals he will give. No approvals on email or WhatsApp. Extremely successful. One more company, Leadership did all manual approvals. He said, I don't have the time. Emails are faster. The entire system crashed. So what should HR do? HR must become business tech enablers. HR should master the workflows, the escalations, okay, so that no escalations come. They should master the reports so that analytics are easy. They should master all the configurations so that all the policy mapping happens correctly. They should ensure all the integrations so that employee life cycle is extremely smooth. So what are the common problems? HR team depends 100% on vendor support. Result, slow issue resolution, low confidence. You should know the system as well as the vendor, or even better than the vendor. Recommendation, create internal HRMS champions. In 5Edge, we call it as champions. We call it as HR tech advisors. Create many of them. They can be experts for you in each and every department. It eases your workload much more. We call them as admins also, HR ad. We call them as admins or champions. Let's go to the next one. So why HRMS transformation fail? I'm just going to summarize everything in a nutshell for you. No leadership involvement. That's the failure area. What's the impact? Low adoption. Failure area, poor data quality. Impact, payroll and reporting issues. Failure area, no training. Impact, employee confusion. Failure area, too many manual exceptions. Impact, system bypass. Failure area, HR not owning the project. Impact, vendor dependency. Failure area, no change management. Impact, resistance. Failure area, no big bang rollout, or rather big bang rollout. Operational chaos is the impact. No tracking mechanism is again failure area. The impact is declining usage. So the HR leadership success formula is what? Use technology, have a process discipline, allow for change management, ensure leadership involvement, continuous learning and training, and have an HR ownership. So ideally a 90-day, I mean, don't think that it will happen in say 6 days, 7 days, etc. Honestly, it's a huge transition. It's a change management, and hence month 1 will be primarily data sanitization, process mapping, stakeholder workshops, train them extensively, pilot all the implementation. Leadership communication should be extensive. The month 2 can be core module rollout. Okay, things which are extremely critical: payroll, leave, attendance. Okay, PMS, learning and development. Okay, say expense, asset. Have multiple training sessions, adoption tracking, issue resolution, create department champions. Okay. Month 3, teach everybody how to do dashboard reviews. What are the various reports? SOP stabilization. What are the advanced modules that are available? Say 9box, it could be employee satisfaction survey, 360-degree, increments, variable, all are advanced modules. Okay. Continuous improvement and KPI tracking. So that's how your 90-day HRMS stabilization roadmap should look like. What are the critical questions before an HRMS implementation? Are your processes standardized? Because somehow if you have wrong processes, you put the same thing in HRMS, nothing improves. So stabilize your HR processes, standardize them. Is your data clean? ensure it's clean. Have we planned training properly? Who owns the adoption internally? Is the leadership committed? Will managers actually use the system? Are we implementing too much too fast? How will we measure success? So these are the critical questions that you should ask before any HRMS implementation. What are the key takeaways? Treat HRMS as a full transformation, not a software installation. HR must own the initiative end to end. Measure the adoption relentlessly, weekly and then monthly. Make employees see the value, create success stories. Leadership should play a role from the front. Training is continuous, it's not a one-time activity. Improve your processes. Revise all your processes. Engage an agency to look at all your HR processes. Data discipline is the foundation of everything. So that's all from my side. I think we have exceeded, but an HRMS ideally, FiEdge, we provide an HRMS. It's actually designed by HR for HR, which has got close to about say 22 modules. You can see all these modules over here. Choose all your modules carefully. That's all from my side. Thank you. Any questions that we have, I'll be more than glad to take it. So any questions? Okay, so there is one question that I have got over here. The question is that how do we know whether our processes and our HR policies are absolutely good and aligned? Okay, so when you go to any HRMS organization, first check whether the HRMS organization comprise of HR experts or not. Go for an HRMS organization which is designed, the HRMS should have been designed by HR for HR. Just show them their policies, show them your policies. More or less, they will say, yeah, this is what it is, okay, this is what needs to be streamlined, etc. And then go ahead with the implementation of your HRMS. Okay. That's all from my side. Not received any other questions. Thank you for the day. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, team. So thank you. Thank you, Mr. Anup Ramachandran, for such a wonderful and insightful discussion topic, as it is one of the most important topic in any HR's life. Okay? And thank you to all our attendees for joining us today. And we look forward to seeing you again in our third episode, where we will be announcing the dates soon. Thank you so much, all. Have a great day.
Okay. Bye-bye.